Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is JC from the Virgo Plans. For today's plan with me, I am doing the 2022 New Year's spread in my planner. So let's get into it. This is the kit that I'm using. It is called 2022 and it's from Sadies stickers. It's foiled in rose gold and the colors are just so pretty. I picked up a bunch of add-ons for this. As you can see, I picked up that like functional sheet, and then I also picked up the journaling sheet, which I think this is my first time picking up a Sadies stickers kit with the journaling sheet as well. And at first I was very intimidated by it, but as you'll see in this spread, I used quite a bit of the journaling sheets and the functional add-ons, and I'm actually quite shocked. So I will note that as things come up, but this is the spread. I do not have a code with Sadies stickers, but all the other codes that I have with shops that I used in this spread, along with all of the other discount codes, will be linked in the description box below. And yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. So I am going to start by just talking a little bit about the spread and what I'm doing and how I'm using everything. But I did want to ask you guys, just for those of you who are watching this on the day that it was posted, or maybe the day or so after, like pretty soon after it was posted, I have a question for you guys. I am behind on spreads, as you know, and I wanted to ask, would you prefer to see my Valentine's Day spread next? Or should I finish out January 1st? So my plan was I'm going to do like February Valentine's Day spread and then finish out January and then resume my February spread. So let me know in the comments down below. Okay, I digress for a second to talk about the date covers. I used a lot of journaling elements. So from the journaling sheet and from that functional add-on sheet here to make my own date covers. I also did this in my last spread, which was my Christmas spread, and I'm having a lot of fun doing this. I think that date covers are becoming very boring to me, and just like putting some florals on them has been very boring to me. So I've been trying to get a little bit more creative with them. So that is what I'm trying to do here. I used the Glitter Mamas Monday through Sunday scripts, and I used paper trail plans for the date squares. I did order some paper trail plans Monday through Sunday scripts, but I'm afraid that they're going to be a little bit longer. And so I like having the Glitter Mama's scripts because her scripts are, I don't know because I haven't seen the paper trail plans ones in person, but I think they're a little bit longer. So the Glitter Mama's scripts are like a little shorter, so it's going to fit in those areas. And the font of the script is close enough to where I am comfortable using like both shops' scripts in my planner. Okay, so moving on, up here I used one of those torn pages stickers from the journaling sheet of this add-on, and I went ahead and I put it in the top left-hand corner, and then I used a Giving Girl bowstring box, which I have not done in a while, and I kind of miss them, but sometimes I feel like they take up a lot of space. So the upper corner for the month area is a really great way for me to get use out of the Giving Girl bowstring boxes. And then I am using a Glitter Mama December script to match the font of the Monday through Sunday scripts. I've also really been enjoying taking individual pieces of deco. I know that Lauren of Plan Mosh Plan has been doing this too. So Lauren, if you're listening, I've also been doing this. I think that I've really been enjoying making my own bouquets instead of just cutting up florals, because I really like PC deco, or deco with like a lot of space, so that I can like put stickers in between the leaves and flowers of things. And I've been kind of struggling with some of the deco. It's been a little bit too chunky and a little too round. So by taking like the individual pieces of deco and creating my own like mini bouquets, it's been a lot more helpful for me and like the look I'm trying to achieve. So you'll see like in this video at the very end when I do the kit leftovers, I have a lot of full bouquets left over, and then I used almost every single individual floral and individual leaf or branch from the deco sheets. So another thing I will say is I don't know if Alicia watches my videos, but Alicia, hi if you're here. and actually any other shops that are watching that make deco sheets to go with their kits. The big flower that's just like an individual flower, like a rose or something, you guys should make those in different sizes because I had a lot of leftover, like just single flowers, and it's because they were just so big and I only was able to use them in a few places. So I like that the branches and leaves are in lots of sizes. Like I see like some big branches, some little leaves, some like one single leaf, or, you know, double leaves, and they're like in a lot of sizes. Like you can see I'm putting those behind my date covers right now. Those little leaves right there, those come in a lot of sizes in a lot of deco sheets and a lot of kits. But the individual flowers, like just like the single rose without any leaves or branches, I feel like those are just all the same size in every single deco sheet from a lot of different shops. And I think that I would get a lot more use out of it if they were like, I had smaller options and bigger options. So yeah, just different sizes. Anyway, so moving on, I'm of course foiling up everything with these Sadies stickers. What do you call those? Like hanging streamers. Yeah, I think hanging streamers, because it's New Year's. So I wanted to like, you know, it's a party, streamers. And then the fireworks are from the Pretty Pink Co. They are on clear glossy paper, and I can totally see it now. Like I feel like it never bothered me before, but now that I've been using like strictly transparent matte, the clear glossy, I'm like really seeing it. Okay. So anyways, here I am just adding a Pretty Pink Co. divider on transparent matte, and this divider has like little dots and what would you call those, like little stars or something, like dots and stars. And at first I used the headers from the kit, and then I ended up tearing them off, or, you know, taking them off the page, just because it didn't look good with how oddly shaped, like how non-traditionally shaped my date covers were. So yeah, so I ended up just using the Pretty Pink Co., you know, sparkle dividers, because it just looked a little bit better, and it gave more, you know, more oomph to the date covers. Like it let the date covers stand out a little bit more, because I don't know. Maybe I should have left it in there so you guys could have seen, but just like imagine a thick rectangular line underneath instead of this little foiled dainty divider. It just kind of took away from the date covers, in my opinion. So that's why I went with the Pretty Pink Co. dainty divider, sparkle, or don't really know like how she named it, but I think it looks good, especially with like the New Year's theme, you know, like sparkles and stars are kind of New Year's-y. So yeah. And then down here, I went ahead and I placed another torn paper strip. You can see it right there on the bottom left side. And then I'm just adding some deco from the kit. And I mean, by deco, I mean the clip art from the kit. So I went ahead and added like the 2022 cake and the champagne glass. And then I'm adding fireworks and streamers everywhere. I'm really happy with the way this area turned out. I've been struggling. If you've been watching my plan with me recently, you know that I have been struggling with my sidebar. And I'm actually happy with the way that this one turned out, because it has like a script in it, as you'll see. I'll put it there in a second, and it has some clip art, and I use some of the journaling sheet. So, and you know what the crazy thing is with this one, I just did it without any thought, and I stuck the stickers down fully, like I fully pressed them all down, and I just did it really quickly. Like I didn't cut out anything here. There's no like me messing up and tearing things off. I just like fully committed and just trusted my first instincts, and that's what I came up with. So yeah, the script is from Paper Muse Crafts. It says Happy New Year, and I need to like repurchase this sheet, but in transparent matte, because now Paper Muse Crafts offers transparent matte, and I feel like, I'm just so happy every time a shop announces like, oh, we're switching over to transparent matte. I'm like, yes, please, thank you. Okay, so here I am laying down the full boxes. I started out by going to the 31st, which is New Year's Eve, and I put the clock there because to me, that just screams New Year's Eve. I mean, it's literally, if you look at the clock, it's 11:59, and so I think the intention is New Year's Eve, because 11:59, hello, New Year's Eve. which is like the 1 minute before New Year's Day. So yeah. And then on the next day, New Year's Day, I put like the bar cart because I felt that it was very celebratory. And then after I like chose those full boxes and put those down first, because those to me, you know, matched that day accordingly, then I put the rest down just based on color. So yeah. Oh, and I put the New Year's Eve clock box on the very bottom of Friday because, again, 11:59, so it's like the last part of the day. Okay, moving on, I am using some headers from the kit. These are the blue ones that have like the confetti dot all over them, and to me this matched the confetti dot in the scalloped header in the sidebar and kind of goes with the like dot and sparkle look that I'm trying to like bring into this spread. So I'm trying to be a little bit more intentional about things, or, you know, let me rephrase that. I'm always intentional, or at least I always try to be intentional with the way that I place things in all of my spreads and the dividers that I choose and the accents and the foil accents that I choose, but I never really talk about it in my plan with me's. Or at least I don't talk about it like in this much detail, but I figured that a lot of people want to hear that kind of stuff. So, cause I do, at least when I'm watching Plan With Me's, like I love hearing the intention behind things and like why people chose that divider versus another one. So I figured I will start talking about it as well. Yeah, I guess the reason I didn't talk about it before is because it felt kind of tedious or kind of like, wow, she's really sharing all the details. But yeah, I like hearing it, so I'm going to talk about it. So yeah, basically I see a kit, and this kit had a lot of dots in it, like a lot of dot deco, and then foiled elements, and then a lot of streamers. And thank God it's a Sadie stickers kit because I have a lot of Sadie stickers, streamers and stuff. So the streamers match perfectly, which is great. And then I pulled in this pretty pink coast stuff just because it matches like the confetti kind of look. Okay, so here what I just did is I layered a bunch of florals together to decorate my hole punch area, and I ended up bringing a lot of the individual branch and leaf deco in to kind of fill the awkward space and just I wanted to make the flowers flow. Like I didn't want you to be able to tell that these were 3 separate floral bouquets. I wanted you to think like this is just one big floral bouquet. So that's why I added the branches and leaves to kind of fill that negative space and make it more of like a cohesive organic shape. And then down at the bottom, I took one bouquet, I cut it in half, and I put half of it down at the bottom, and then I'm putting half of it up here at the top. But I ended up having to remove, and I'm going to replace it, but I had to like remove temporarily some of the deco and foil elements that I put up there just to make room for it so that it can go underneath and the other guys could sit on top. So yeah, that's what it looks like. I'm really enjoying, I'm trying to get like more creative with it, but I can't think of any other ideas than the middle and the top, or coming out of the sides as far as the hole punch area goes. It's like, it's not a lot of space to work with, so I'm running out of ideas here. But I like when it's like just coming out of the middle. And then sometimes I take the X-Acto knife and I cut it, and then sometimes I use scissors. It just depends on like whatever's easier for me. And then I took the confetti streamer clusters from Sadie Stickers and I spread them all throughout just to kind of make it look like things were falling in that area and that there was just like confetti being thrown all over. So here is my base all done. All the full boxes and all the foil details and my hole punch area deco and my date cover deco. And now we're going to get into the day by day. So I also want to talk a little bit about this kit. I really, really love this kit, and I'm glad that I ended up using this one, but I was kind of having some regrets because once I saw the Paper Muse Crafts 2022 New Year's kit, I was like, oh, should I have gotten that one? Because the colors and like the full boxes were so pretty, but I had already bought this one and all the add-ons, and if you know, that gets a little expensive, if you know what I mean. So I ended up just thinking, it's fine, I'll use it. And then you know what? I'm glad that I did because I had never used the journaling sheets before, and I'm so surprised and proud of myself for how much of the journaling sheets that I used. All right. So back into the day by day. So Monday, if you watched my last plan with me, you would have seen that on Sunday, Christmas week, the day after Christmas, actually, one of my friends came over and he slept over. He was like in the middle of driving across a bunch of states and he needed a place to stay for the night. And so we offered up our house to him and we ended up having a lot of fun and like having a game board night and playing with the PS5. And so the next morning, this Monday morning here, we went to a restaurant for breakfast together before he left. And so I marked that with a new White Deer stationery icon that looks like a little breakfast tray. So cute. And then down here, or the next thing that I'm marking, is sending flowers to my aunt. The bouquet is from White Deer Stationery, and then I'm foiling it up. And if you could see all those little individual pieces, the individual little branches and leaves that I put behind, I think that looks so much better than if I were to cut up one of the bigger bouquets, just because I can control like how piecey it is or the way that it flows, and I really like the way that it turned out. And then I'm just using a lot of dot foil clusters to foil up most of this spread to go along with the confetti and dot look of the rest of the kit and the rest of my base, like that I was talking about earlier. And then we took our friend to Red Rock Canyon National Park, which we do with a lot of people because it's a national park and it's really cool to see. Most people like haven't seen it because it's kind of like a more low-key hidden gem. And I used the White Deer stationery car to mark that and the Paper Muse Crafts side bow to foil up the car. Okay, so down here, I'm taking a half scallop from the kit and a half scallop from Christine's Paper Studio over top to add some white space for me to write in. And I'm just writing that I organized my planners this day. I went like through a big change and I just like completely revamped my functional stuff. Like I had all these cloth and paper inserts and I just went crazy and just revamped a bunch of stuff. So I used a planner and fountain pen icon from White Deer Stationery to mark that. And then down here, because there just wasn't enough space to mark anything else, even though I did more things this day, I just used a floral. I was just, just fill that space up with a floral. You know what I mean? Okay, so moving on to Tuesday when I get there, because I'm still foiling here. Like I said, adding those foil dots and things. Oh, and those very cute Sadie stickers, side bows, so adorable. So anyways, here is Monday done. I feel like I used a lot of fancy boxes and a lot of like just, boxes or circles in general, which I usually don't. I feel like I usually use a fancy box every other task or activity and then I just mark it straight on the planner paper. But she just had so many options, like so many fancy boxes, so many circles and half scallops and rectangles and stuff that I decided I'm just going to use them all. Okay, so here on Tuesday, I'm marking that it snowed at my house, which is crazy because it doesn't usually snow where I live, but it snowed this day. I'm very sad that it only snowed one day and I feel like it's over. It's already warm here and I'm pretty upset about it, honestly, because like it was like a little tease. It was like, oh, here's some snow. And it was like actual white snow came down. It wasn't hail or sleet. It was actual snow. Okay. And it didn't stick and it only snowed for like an hour. And I was very upset that it only lasted an hour. But it was my first time living in a place that it snowed because usually I have to like travel to see snow. So I marked that. Very fancy, took up a lot of space. It was a big deal. I was doing a happy dance for the entire hour, took lots of videos, went outside. It was freezing and I loved it. I was having the best time. Okay, so next I'm marking work in a very fancy way because I think I worked a lot this day, so I just wanted to make sure it took up a lot of space. And I've been loving, I think I said this in my last plan with me as well, but that White Deer stationery icon, that work icon with the laptop, coffee, and notepad, that is my current favorite way to mark work. And I'm trying to use it sparingly so that my planner doesn't look too repetitive, but I definitely used it a few times in the spread. Okay, so even though I got the mail in the middle of the day, I didn't like the two boxes being so close to each other, like the boxes for work and then the rectangular box for getting the mail. I didn't like the two rectangles and the two like squared off looks next to each other. So I just moved getting mail to the bottom part of the day. And then over here, I'm marking tea. Tyler got me a lot of tea, and he also got himself like this fancy tea maker for Christmas. So for this week after Christmas and probably the next week too, we were just making so much tea, like just making so many kinds of teas and like mixing them together and iced tea, and just we were having a tea week or a tea couple of weeks. So that little the thing that the tea pot is sitting on top of is like a fake washi strip, like if you were to tear off your own washi strip, and it's part of the journaling sheet. And yeah, I'm just kind of surprised with myself by, how I'm using things and getting creative. And so yeah, I did that another time in this spread as well. Okay, so here I'm using a White Deer stationery clipboard in her signature colorway, and I chose the pink option to go with the pinks in the kit. And I actually am using a lot of florals from Rachel's Sadies stickers freebie as well, because they're pretty much exactly the same. I mean, some of the pinks are a little bit darker, but I mean, you wouldn't tell. Could you tell that this floral is not from the kit? Because I can't. So it looked really good, and I was running out of my individual flowers and individual leaves and branches, so I just cut up her freebie a lot. Yeah, I think her freebie is like a really good one. Okay, here's another example of me using the individuals, like the individual flowers, branches, and leaves to add some deco to this White Deer stationery icon. I wanted to make it look like the icon, like the letter that was opening up had some flowers coming out of it. I thought it was really pretty. You know what? I was thinking this to myself while I was doing the spread. I am doing a lot of spreads with a lot of florals and a lot of light colors, and this is winter. Like this is very much a spring spread, but this is winter. And I just decided I'm okay with it, because as much as I would be satisfied by seeing some more wintry vibes, I have been loving flowers and florals recently. And so I'm just like completely okay with the fact that even though this is a literal January spread, that it has lots of spring florals in it. I'm okay with it. I don't care. I'm having fun planning, and that's what matters. So anyways, I'm marking that I worked and then paid bills this day. This was like, I had to like pay a couple medical bills and like a credit card bill or something like that this day. And so it was enough that I had to mark it. And then I'm marking that the cleaners came. This is one of those Wednesdays. If you know, and you've followed me for some time now, you might have picked up that every other Wednesday we have the cleaners come. And this was also one of the days that the landlord had the gardeners come as well and do like some major yard work. And I'm so sad because they took away one of my favorite trees in the front yard. It's not a tree, or maybe it is a very small tree. I'm not sure, but it's more like bush size, but it's got a trunk. I think it's a small tree. Anyways, it like provided this very nice, just nice area. Not shade, because it's not big, but I liked it. Okay, moral of the story, I liked it and they got rid of it, and I don't know why, because it was perfectly healthy, and I was very sad by it. But at the end of the day, it's not our house, so whatever they want done to it, to the outside, they can do. So yeah, anyways, I marked that so nicely, but it was actually a sad day. I got home, I was like, oh, where's the tree bush thing? And Tyler said it too. He was like, did you notice that like the front yard looks different? Like there's like something gone there. It's like, yeah, they took away something nice. Okay, so then at the bottom, I marked that we played PS5, and I used one of those very cute retro TV icons from White Deer Stationery. And if you've noticed, Lauren, if you're watching, maybe you've noticed, but I've only used White Deer stationery icons in this entire spread. I didn't use any foiled icons. This was inspired by Lauren, of course. She did this in like a couple plan with me's ago. She's done this, and I feel like I've unintentionally done this a few times already where I used mostly white deer stationery, but it was never like intentional, and there was some like foiled icons in there. But after seeing like how nice her spread looked, I decided I'm going to give it a try. And it was very easy for me because, like I said, I've done it unintentionally a couple times where I've used mostly white deer stationery and no foiled icons. So like intentionally doing it, very easy. I think the only things that I miss using, or things that I'm like used to, which actually didn't happen at all this week, is the Crafts by THAOWIE filming icons. Like she has like an overhead filming setup icon. And what else? Like an editing icon from Crafts by THAOWIE as well. That's very nice. I feel like those are the only things missing from my white deer stationery collection, is something more detailed to mark like editing, filming, and uploading, other than her very cute little YouTube camera icon. Okay, so moving on to, what day is this? Thursday? It's Thursday. I marked that this is Tyler and I's 1-year wedding anniversary. This is like the day that we like signed the papers and did all the legal things. We haven't had our actual ceremony yet because of COVID. Obviously, we just kept putting it off because we didn't want to have to get canceled on, and a lot of people had already gotten canceled in like a lot of venues. I mean, my friend has this like nightmare story where they didn't refund her, and I was like, oh heck no, I am not letting that happen to me. We are just gonna wait. We're just gonna wait another year and book everything out way far in advance. So that's what we're doing. And that is this September. I'm so excited. Okay, so down here, I'm marking that I had a FaceTime call with my friend Brooke, and I used 2 iPhone icons from White Deer Stationery, and I tried to mimic my favorite Crafts by THAOWIE foiled icon with this. And then I'm also marking that Tyler and I had a date night. I didn't have enough room to write date night, but I felt like the fanciness of this and like the 2 chairs and the table kind of give it away that it's like a date night type of thing. And then, you know, you can see at the top 1-year anniversary. So yeah, I hope that makes sense. I also intentionally used the heart garlands, if you can see on the 1-year anniversary area, because it was an anniversary. So I used the heart ones, and I'm having major regrets right now because I was just looking through my collection recently, and I realized I don't have that many Valentine's-y foiled deco things, and I'm very upset about that because I just wasn't doing a lot of purchasing like end of year in January. I was taking a break, and I missed a lot of the February Valentine's-y foil releases. So yeah, good luck to me on my Valentine's Day spreads because I'm gonna need it. Okay, so moving on to Friday, I marked that I worked this morning. I work every day, and I try to, you know, mark it and make it like not repetitive, but you know, that's why I used the laptop icon. I think that this might be the reversed one, the new laptop icon from White Deer Stationery, where she reversed like the very popular laptop icon, which I think was highly requested. And I'm very happy that she did it because now I can use it on either side of the column, whatever makes sense for me. And then I marked tea time using a different icon, again, trying to keep it like not repetitive here. And then down here, I'm using another one of those washi, ripped off washi swatch stickers. Don't really know like what to call some of these journaling elements, but you get what it's going for. To mark that I listen to a podcast, and I listen to podcasts every single day, but I've been marking them just because, I don't know, I feel like I do a lot of things every day that I don't mark because I feel like they're too mundane or too regular to mark. And I don't know, I think I should mark those things. So when I look back, I'm like, yep, this was a very mundane day. I don't know. Also, it's a nice space filler as well. So I usually like work and listen to a podcast at the same time. But yeah, I decided to just mark it like that using the very cute little headset from White Deer Stationery. And then here I'm marking watching Don't Look Up, which if you haven't seen it already, I think it's on Netflix. Go watch it. It's so good. It's hilarious. And it's also just like a good movie in general. And it has so many good actors in it. So it was good. It was really, really good. Definitely go watch it. And then down here, I'm marking New Year's Eve using a Paper Trail Plans New Year's Eve script and some very fun confetti type foil elements from Sadies Stickers. Okay, moving on to Saturday. This is Saturday the 1st, and I'm marking New Year's Day, of course. You know what I was thinking about when I was marking this? I had set aside my Hello January script, and I realized it's like, I'm never going to use that because I'm always going to choose Happy New Year's Day or Happy New Year's or New Year's Day over Hello January. You know, I'm probably just never going to use my Hello January script unless maybe I do both and spread them out a little bit. But other than that, I don't imagine myself ever using the Hello January script. I just think that's pretty funny. Yeah. So anyways, over here, I'm marking work again, and I'm using the email icon this time to, like I said, change it up, switch it up, make it a little more interesting than the day before. And then you know what I realized? I need some more layered garlands, like pre-layered garlands that are on transparent matte because, like I said earlier in this spread, I'm really noticing it. Like when your whole entire spread is transparent matte and you bring some clear glossy in there, you can see it, like you notice it, like it is very much noticeable, and I don't like that. I want my spreads to be consistent. So anyways, moving on. Down here, I'm marking that I think this is Target run. Yeah, that's another thing. I love my Target foiled icon from Paper Muse Crafts. It's my favorite Target icon. And when I was trying to challenge myself to use only white deer stationery, there was only a couple times where it was hard for me. And this was one of those times. I was like, how am I going to mark going to Target without my favorite Target bag icon from Paper Muse Crafts, which is foiled? And so I just did the bag, just the shopping bag, and then wrote, or put the Target run script there. And then I'm marking laundry down here. And I really, really like this laundry icon from White Deer Stationery, but it is only in one colorway. Like every icon looks the same. It's that with lots of blues in it, which worked for this kit because this kit has lots of blues in it, but I can't use that very cute laundry, like hanging laundry icon in all of my kits. So whenever I do have like a blue kit, I try to use it because it's so darn cute and I don't get to use it in any other kits because it would just stand out way too much. Okay, moving on to Sunday, I'm marking it taking down the Christmas tree lights. We didn't take down all of the Christmas decorations this day because the lights actually took a while. So this is just the Christmas lights from outside, not Christmas tree lights, but Christmas lights from the exterior of the home. And I used a very cute Pretty Pink Co. string lights to mark that because, Christmas lights. So yeah, I thought it was pretty cute. And then I'm using a White Deer Stationery grocery shopping basket to mark a little Trader Joe's run. Oh my gosh, leave your favorite Trader Joe's things in the comments that I need to try. And I love Trader Joe's, you guys. So, so good. My favorite stuff from Trader Joe's is actually their frozen foods. I think that they have very reasonably priced, very delicious frozen foods. So if you haven't tried the gnocchi yet, like the red sauce gnocchi, that one's really good. What else is good from them? The honey walnut shrimp is really delicious. There's like a rice bowl with orange chicken that's really good, all in the frozen section. Delicious. So good. And then I'm marking that I got my nails done this day. I was going through a period of time where I wasn't doing my own nails and I was getting them done because one, laziness, and then two, my one of my machines that I used to do my nails broke, and I hadn't ordered a new one because I was pretty upset that it broke, and it was like relatively new. So I was just kind of in this like month of denial. It's like, no, I'm just going to get them done now. But I actually think that I do a better job, or at least a job that I'm more satisfied with than the people who do my nails. I feel like they don't go all the way to the cuticle and then they grow out faster. If you get your nails done, you know what I'm talking about. So yeah, I feel like I have more control with that when I do them. So yeah, I'm doing them more recently now. But let me know, do you guys do your own nails or do you get them done? Okay, next, very last on Sunday, I'm marking that Tyler and I played the PS5. Again, we played the PS5 pretty much every day because we had just gotten it, or I had gotten it for him for Christmas. And so we were doing lots of playing with the PS5 for like the next few weeks. I don't think it slowed down until recently, honestly, but we were playing every single day. But I didn't mark it every day because that would just be way too repetitive in my planner. And also I feel like, and I asked her this and she said that she would consider creating one, but I really want a White Deer stationary game controller icon. I feel like that would be so cute. So yep, that is Sunday all done. Let me know what you guys think about this spread. And please, if you haven't already answered this question, please let me know, what do you want to see next for me? Do you want me to continue my January spreads, or should I take like a little break from January and do my Valentine's Day spread and then go back to January? What do you think? Let me know in the comments below because I am torn. Also, I'm torn between the Peach Palm Valentine's Day kit that I have and the Two Little Bees Valentine's Day kit that I have. I showed them in my last haul, so go watch that if you don't know what I'm talking about. But the Peach Palm one, I like the full boxes more, and it more accurately represents my Valentine's Day, which was, I'm in a relationship and that kind of Valentine's Day. And then the Two Little Bees one is more like a self-love kind of Valentine's Day. I think I'm going to use both kits in February, period. It's just like which one I'm going to use for Valentine's Day. Also, the Peach Palm kit, the format is just not my favorite. I have more fun with the Two Little Bees format. So I'm leaning towards that one just because I know I'm gonna love the spread. Like I know I'm gonna love the format. I know I'm gonna love the spread. I know I'm gonna love the way it turns out. The Peach Palm one, I like the full boxes more, but the format is just a little too, I don't want to say boring, but recently I've been getting really bored by formats. So I feel like boring is a kind of like not the nicest way to describe it, but I can't think of another word. Yeah. Anyways, moving on. This is the leftovers of the kit. I had a lot of leftovers. Okay, you guys, a lot. Even though I used so much, if you saw when I went through the used pages, I used so much of the journaling sheets and add-ons. I just didn't get a lot of use out of the regular stuff, if that makes sense. Alrighty, so that is it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope that you enjoyed it and enjoyed the way that the spread turned out. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and as always, thank you so much for all of your support. If you guys are not done watching my channel, I will leave you 2 videos right here. See you in the next one. Bye.